Hello everyone, I'm back today with another process video. As you can see, these are going to be 6x8 pocket pages. And surprise, surprise, I'm still working on my photos of Edinburgh, but I am moving on to a different subject today in my photos. These are the start of my photos from Edinburgh Castle. So there's going to be lots of blue and red in these photos, as you'll see. So that's giving me a little bit of a challenge on how I'm going to make this work, because I don't want it to be in your face red or, all you see is the blue of the sky. I want to mix some other things in there. So here's the first photo I have. It actually says Edinburgh Castle. It has some cool photos here on the sign showing the royal family and some of the history, so that's cool. And most of these, as you can see, are going to be 3x4. I only have one slot available for a 4x6. Luckily, I do have this photo, so shocking, that one's going to go there. Now, I have been known to take a 4x6, cut it, and put it next to each other in 3x4 pockets. But since this is the only 4x6 I have for this particular set that go together, it is going to go over here. So now I've got this one. This is not the castle. This is actually a view from the castle. It's when you are facing, the castle would be at your back here, and you're looking back towards town, towards the main part of Edinburgh. But I just thought it was so cool with these old buildings and then the steeple from the church here. And I'm assuming I'm going to have to put some kind of a label or stamping here. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. And then here's all the red. So I have just the generic phone booths. I love British and Scottish phone booths, so I had to take that. Then my daughter and I each took a picture in one. So there she is. There I am. And we are both sporting Harry Potter gear. She's a Ravenclaw, so she's got her shirt on, and I've got my platform 9 3/4. Just noticed that. We kind of match there. So those are the photos I have. But again, even her shirt, blue, so it goes with this. So I think I'm going to have to pull out some tan or gray or something like from the stone walls to balance it. Otherwise, it's just, the color is going to be too overpowering, I think. So my next task is to figure out how I'm going to arrange things and then work on that color problem. Okay, I think this is the photo arrangement I'm going to use. This way, the sign is the first thing you see, so you know, okay, we're moving to a new thing. Now we're at Edinburgh Castle. And then I have this one again. It has to go there, so that works. And then to break up that red, I definitely did not want all three of these on one page. And so I also didn't want the two of us next to each other necessarily on the same page. So I think I'm going to put myself here, my daughter here, and then just the generic phone booths here. Hey, sorry about that. My one cat is being awfully needy today, and she just clawed my pants. You behave yourself. Sorry about that. So you may hear her meowing in the background. If she does, I'm sorry. I apologize. See? Right on cue. Lost my train of thought a little bit. Anyway, so I think this is my photo arrangement. Now I have to find something kind of tan or gray or something in these neutral colors to put here Tasha, to make this all come together. So I'm going to go off camera and go through some of my cards and see what I can find. So as I was looking at these photos, trying to figure out what I was going to do for my card in this pocket, I realized I could probably also use black, because there's black in this sign, and then it would help tie everything in. So I actually didn't choose anything with brown on it. I went with gray and black for all of them. So these are my choices here. I have this one, and I like it because there's just the tiny little heart here in the thin line. And we did agree later that for both of us, this was our favorite thing that we did in Edinburgh. We really enjoyed the tour and learning the history and seeing just these incredibly old, awesome structures inside the castle. So I thought that might be fitting to have that one. Then I found one that's mostly white with just some black polka dots, which I also like because there's not a lot of white here. A little bit on her purse there, a little bit on the sign. The cardigan I'm wearing actually is like a champagne color, but we might be able to get away with it. But it brings in some lighter color. Now this one is gray, where I would write, and then it has kind of a wood grain background here, and I almost feel like that's too dark. Like I do need that lighter color. After seeing that last card compared to this one, this feels way too dark. You know what? I don't think it's gonna be that one. I'm just gonna toss that one over here. Now this would be a very bold choice, black and white stripes, but I kind of like it, especially because it's at the opposite end of this photo. So we'd really get some nice balance there. The only problem is I'm not sure what I would do with that. If I would just journal, or I could maybe stamp a small title here or something and then journal, or stamp the title and put an embellishment here, puffy sticker, cork, something, I don't know. But I like the boldness of it, so I'm not willing to say no to it yet. This gray one is a little bit different because it's mostly white, but it has this cool little kind of circle, imperfect circle element here that I could stamp in or write the date or something, and then just a hint of a gray pattern behind there. So I do like that one. And then this was the last one I found, another black and white, definitely more white here. But again, I liked it because I could stamp something in there. And I could journal on it if I wanted to, put an embellishment here, or leave it blank. It would work in any of those ways. So I've kind of given myself some tough decisions. So I'm going to have to figure out, I only eliminated the one. So I have to figure out which of these 5 I'm going to use. Are you ready for a big nerd moment? Because here it comes. Since I've decided to go with this bold one, I was trying to figure out, like, what the heck can I do with that? Am I going to stamp? Am I going to do an embellishment? What am I going to do? And as I was thinking about this being a castle, I'm a fan of The Princess Bride. And there's a scene in there where somebody says, have fun storming the castle. And I thought, I could do that. I can't fit that whole thing on there, but I could do storming the castle. I found these perfect letter stickers. These are from Citrus Twist, and actually, here, let me grab the package here. So here's the package from these, and they're actually made by Pink Fresh, which makes sense why I love them, because I love Pink Fresh Studio. This is actually my second set, and I know the other one is around here because I didn't use the whole thing, but do you think I could find it with the rest of my alphabets? Of course not. So I'm going to bust into the new package. I've already counted out the letters. It will fit. So because they are bigger than the stripes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start on the black, and I'm going to go storming the castle. That way it'll be right in the middle. I'm a little concerned about whether storming is going to fit. So cross your fingers. We'll see. Boo. I put the letters up and tried to count across as to how many I could fit. And guess what? I can't fit storming across there. Sad face. But I found these letters. They're not exactly the blue I wanted. They're not this blue, but they're a little bit closer to the blue in her shirt. So I'm going to try it and see how it looks. But that means that I may move this so that it's not right up next to this. But with these letters, I could actually fit the whole thing that says, have fun storming the castle. It would work. Have fun storming the castle. It would still be in the middle. I'm going for it, people. I did it. Took me a while to get all those letters down, let me tell you. I'm actually glad that the other letters didn't work because I love this. So I got my have fun storming the castle. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it here. And when I see it next to this, I actually like it. So I'm not going to change the position of any of these. But I do feel like since that is so bold, I need something here. This is a matte finish, so I could stamp something up there. But then, of course, I have to have my visual triangle. It'll drive me crazy. So that means I have to probably have something here as well. Not sure what that's going to be, but, you know, I'll look around. I'll look at my stamp choices. I'll look at my labels and tags, and we'll see. I did stamp on both of the photos. I did going places over there. And then big love. I figured since this is slightly cheeky anyway, I'd give the castle some big love since that was our favorite thing that we did in Edinburgh. And then I felt like it was still a little too non-white, if that makes sense over here, because I have these white stripes that are like, wow. And then I have nothing really over here. So I pulled these kind of puffy puffy elements. I have hearts, circles, and stars. These are obviously from Felicity Jane. And I think I'm just going to do some white ones and see how they look. These are pretty easy to pull off if you do it right away. So if I don't like them, I can always remove them. Do I want hearts, since I did say I love it? Or do I want dots? I could do a dot and a heart. I think let's do the dot for now. So I'm just gonna put it right next to it like that. And then do the same one over here next to the love. Let's see how that looks. I think that's enough. I don't want to mess with it and put too much more on there because I do have this white here, and so I think that works. Now it's bothering me a little bit that I only have 2 dots. And of course, I feel like I should have 3 for the odd number thing. But I've got 3 stamping here. If I were to do it, I'd almost have to do it somewhere up here, and I'm not even sure where that would work. I wouldn't want to put it like next to the sign. I don't know. So I think I'm going to leave it. If you can come up with a way to work a 3rd one in there where it might look good, you let me know. Otherwise, whoops, these going the right way. Otherwise, it's going to stay as it is, but I am certainly, open to suggestions. So I think this layout is done. I use StazOn ink to stamp that, so it should be dry pretty much immediately. So we're going to put those in there. It is important to use photos that have a matte finish if you're going to stamp on them. Glossy tends to make ink, even StazOn, just like slip around. So I try to make sure that if I think I might even have the possibility of stamping on a photo, that I make them a matte finish. So here is the finished layout. Yay, I'm very pleased, and I'm glad that my phrase worked out on that card. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm still working through all my Edinburgh photos, so I'm sure you'll see more layouts with them. But for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, everybody.